Let's move towards another developing story. It's got to do with fuel prices. Many of us are starting the week with having to pay a little more for fuel. Fuel prices that average about 4.67 Ghana cedis per litre barely a month ago at the pumps is currently selling at an average of 5 cedis a litre at some pumps, representing a marginal variance of 43 pesos per litre or 9%. While government can't be blamed for these increases, in fact, they are largely attributable to international market price increases and the cedi's depreciation. But the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, has called for a decisive national planning, action, and to ensure Ghanaians are cushioned against the effects of the fuel increase. Duncan Amwa joins us via Zoom on his reasons why. Duncan, we're grateful that you joined us. First of all, are you saying that there isn't any contingency plan from government to curtail the impact of the fluctuating fuel prices?
Charles, let me say good afternoon to you and to your viewers. Clearly, Ghanaians are receiving or being given the raw end of the stick as far as fuel. If you keep doing the same thing and keep getting the same results, then it might be time to change to something quite different so that you could also sustain fuel prices for the Ghanaian. We do have a lot of institutions or energy establishments who I'm sure if you talk of when they were being founded or formed, they had an original object, that is to contribute meaningfully and significantly to the Ghanaian economy and to contribute to the Ghanaian to be profitable for all of us. And so it happens that you have a refinery that has been left, and yet we would produce the oil, send the oil back to Europe, the crude, and then we take monies meant for other things to go and import the finished product. We are saying that you can't continue to deprive your refinery from being productive. You also have on record the past 10 years, if you check the Platts pricing records, you would realize that it has a season, it's seasonal. There are times that the prices will shoot up and then eventually it declines and then it shoots again and then it shoots and it declines. That is why a strategic buffer like cost, if we are utilizing.
I'm afraid we have lost Duncan there. We shall be working the lines to get him. But we have been on the ground to get some sight and sounds from the streets, of course, as we engage transport drivers and Ghanaians on how the hike in fuel prices could impact their business as well as their standard of living. Listen in.
Our checks show that the review by some of these big oil marketing companies have even gone beyond the projected 3% as forecasted by Joy Business last week. Total, as of Sunday morning, was selling.
The prices, if they increase it, they're supposed to increase our fare too for us, because it's like you are going with somebody and you take lead and you tell the person that the person doesn't follow you. It will be a different distance. So if they increase the price of the fuel, they have to increase our fare too, so that we balance together.
This year they've increased the fuel price once already. Did you increase your transportation fares?
No.
Okay, so when they increase it for the second time, you are going to increase your fares?
And our leaders supposed to say something about it so that they increase our own too for us.
Fuel ne de kamenko anka yenya ma price ni nyina ba bi egina no. E say esa na de ahokyere ebre akwantufuo no. Timenko amadwen de anka nyina ba bi egina na ma omuntum. Sa na me madwen eyeme. Me de anka egina ba bi egina ne de anka be me de. Because say to fuel price ni mu na to fare ni mu a na still ahokyere ne ba na eba o manum. Enzinka egina ba bi egina ne de anka mani ba je ho sa. Ma omuntum na price no akwantufuo no so ntimi omo ho hen ha omo kakra wo sika na omo yidi tua lolo fare no.
Oh, the fuel, if they increase, our work it come down, and at the same time, the fuel go high, and the government didn't increase the fare for us, because now they increased 2 times. There is no increment for the road fare. Right now, they come increase again. If it come like that, then our work it come hard, and at the same time, if you increase the fare to the passengers to the work, it go down, because now there's no people plenty in the system.
If they increase the fuel prices and they don't increase the lorry fares, would that affect you?
Yes, it will affect us, because now if you load go, we don't get people come, so they come empty. So if they increase the fare, they didn't increase the lorry fare, it will affect us too much. The government, we want to reduce the price so that the lorry fare remain how it is. Then we all now no money in the system, so that we all manage.
Na me ni ayi mom so office here that's the di expense o matum ba ko so mo sa tum sika wan ye betum.
There were some sounds from transport drivers there on the effect of an increase in fuel prices on their businesses. Well, Duncan, you're still with us. You heard some of them, and it's interesting how they laid bare the trickle-down effect. Fuel prices increase, they'll be in the position to increase transport fares, of which passengers could also have a brunt of this in terms of how it feels in their pocket. What do you think should be the better alternative moving forward?
Well, we would plead with the transport operators, we would plead with the drivers to exercise a bit of restraint. If it so happens that at each turn of the way, fuel prices go up, they would increase transport fares. What they would end up doing to Ghanaians is to shortchange everybody. If my memory serves me right, somewhere in June, transport fares were increased. We increased transport fares to almost 20-30%. Then the understanding was if the dynamics changed because of the COVID pacing or social distancing in the vehicles and fuel prices haven't gone up, if the dynamics changed, they were going to reduce fares. You recall in July, August, the dynamics had been reviewed. The COVID protocols had been reviewed to allow them to now pick the prescribed number of passengers per vehicle. Now they still decided not to even reduce the fares. We had on a number of occasions the reason to call on them to reduce transport fares. That was not done. And so it will be quite disingenuous if anybody at this point says that fuel prices have gone up by 9% or 9.3%, and so we would need to start increasing transport fares. They can start having the discussion, but I do not think that transport fares would need to go up at this point. Again, we are also asking authorities to have a second look at the pricing formula. You cannot continue to do the same things and expect different results. So let's look at a way to stabilize prices for Ghanaians so that people can plan their life. That's all we are asking. And in doing so, we believe that the thermal oil refinery holds weight, also has a key role to play in there, if and only if we would resource them to play the role that the nation expects of all of them. We should be in a better place.
Duncan Amor, we're grateful that he joined us. He's CEO of COPEC, raising issues regarding the incessant hike in fuel prices.